So hey everyone. Now this is the third upload in a row. I know, but it doesn't matter. Uh, it doesn't matter. But essentially, as you can see, I have the art book, but we are totally not gonna relate to that. Totally not. Uh, totally not to do this. Totally not gonna use this at all. Okay, so I think you should actually look at the dimensions. I know what you call about it, but we have to look at the smaller dimensions first. The first is the first dimension. Well, the zero dimension is a point. The first dimension is a line. You can only move left or right, and you can't go up because the third dimension height is not there, and that's why it's only left or right. And then there's the second dimension, which just increases that, and then it becomes a plane, so you can move both left, right, and up and down. But then you can move top or bottom because it just parallelly increases that and just does that on the third dimension. But what's the fourth dimension? Time to look a little bit deeper. No. This book is art. I just remember. Okay. For the last couple of videos, Google isn't working for some reason. But so essentially, the fourth dimension is it called? Well, no, it's called space-time according to Einstein. Well, we all know that, but it's not quite. He didn't describe it, which is gonna lead modern theorists to make 1 million words math. Literally, I think. Like, it's not 1 million, it's just 10,000 or something words of math. But that they say us that it's a tesseract. Well, it is just cube or square form in the fourth dimension. That's called a tesseract. And a hypersphere is the four-dimensional equivalent of a sphere, if you haven't guessed already. And basically how this works is there's this, let's say this is a let's say this is an tesseract, so there's a cube here and a cube here, so each side of it is a cube. That means you could move through on your fourth dimension world, but I'm not going to talk about that because things get a little too complicated on the fifth dimension already. So the fifth dimension, well, there has been a fifth dimension officially, but I am going to kind of miss that law and just imagine it had an alternate pathway, because we have already talked about the official way of fourth dimension. We don't want to talk about fifth dimension's official way. No, let's go our way. So essentially, I think time could fit in. So now you can move through every time. So every time of your lifespan is at the same moment in the fifth dimension. So that's it. And I'll call it a Tessa 5D because I have no naming cues. So please hurry and leave the comment below so that the 5D name. But let's move on to the sixth dimension. And this is when I'm gonna discuss the main part of the video. Well, this is where this comes in. Yeah. I understood that. Yeah, so basically, what we know by Einstein's and Newton's equation is you can break reality. Although Einstein wasn't born on that dimension, so we could break those rules, but I'm not going to, because it'll be a kind of weird thing to just include everything being upside down or 3D shadows. Those can't quite exist. Yeah, so basically how this is gonna work is that now we move through light, as the fifth dimension we increase time. Now we can move through light because it doesn't move any laws of physics by Newton and Einstein himself. So we can make that, well, like that. And I think, well, there will be a dimension inside a dimension. Let me explain. You are not understanding it. If I hadn't included this, then it will be a 5-minute video. So, just like our other videos, but we'll upload them later. This is a progress right now, so I'm not sure if it's gonna be uploaded or edited or anything. Just go. So, basically, dimensions inside dimension. And this is actually where the book comes in. The book was for testing, not for reading. So, if you were already imagining. Okay. I have to show this to you, not for the book, just to show you how this works. So, essentially, this, let's say, is space-time. This is the first layer. And this is where we kept the objects. So, this is the underline of space-time. So this is how it works. There's the first, then at least there's another space-time above which shows us the first and second dimensions. At least that's according to the theory goes. Then this is the fourth dimension, fifth dimension, sixth dimension. Each sheet is a dimension, including of dimensions. So what this book is technically a dimension inside dimensions inside dimensions. Well, that might have been a bit too awkward because, well, if I include a book inside a book, then it becomes way too big to pronounce. But, well, basically that is the whole reason I'm talking about this. It's such huge. Can we tear through space-time? That's a big question we have to answer. Maybe the snake can tear through space-time. I don't know. Maybe that snake can tear through space-time. Oh no! There is an actual physical example of tearing through space-time. Black holes. I'm having a really fun time now because I'm going to mess around with the laws of physics because physics really doesn't like black holes. So I'm going to be messing around with space-time a lot. Don't think that I'm going to mess around that much, but essentially let's imagine this is the black hole. So if you go through the black hole, first things first, you probably will encounter that problem. You will go through that area and will die because space-time doesn't follow rules, and once you break it, it's gonna do awkward things. But let's be honest, we are not playing around with the laws of physics since no person has reached a black hole yet. So we are playing around with unreachability of mankind. Hypothesis. That's the actual official name of that. So essentially, let's just imagine the black hole takes you to the fourth dimension, let's say. Maybe they have white holes on their dimension. But then, maybe they have black holes in their dimension that lead. There's a one black hole that leads in and the other black hole leads out. I don't know what to say, but that's the only way you can do everything. So, the fourth dimension, and all the way, you can poke through space-time and do that again. You go first dimension, second dimension, and third dimension. You reach up in our dimension again. That makes a really fun quirk of if there's black holes inside black holes inside black holes like that, then it will be an endless trip. Because time doesn't follow the rules once the space-time has been broken, because literally time is in the name of space-time. So that's how it works, I guess. You go through an endless loop all the time, exploring dimensions, becoming changed, being all states of your time, alright. Oh, it comes into an end for 5 dimension because you are on your states and you can control it, so you go out. So that's for it. Bye bye.